fans, Victor Martinez here. 5 weeks out for the Mr. Olympia contest 2014, 50th anniversary. Gonna bang out some chest today, some buys. Let's get busy. Gotta go to hell, all right? You know what, we're going to hell, right? Because it's gonna be hell getting ready at the Olympia. And like I said before, I'm comfortable in hell. Like the pain, like the suffering. In the end of it all, you reap the rewards. And if you don't get rewards, you still got the enjoyment of the pains and the gains. All right, here I go, right back on the grind. It's about, I have to say, a week, 10 days after the Tampa Pro. It was definitely a good win for me. As you all know, or may not have known, I did have already qualified for the Olympia by points. It didn't sit well with me only because I've always qualified for the Olympia. I never really had an invitation. I always flat out qualified. So by qualifying by points, it almost made me feel like I wasn't going to be a top contender. So that's where the game plan came in. I sat down with Gerard from MHP, and I pretty much mapped out my plans. You know, my plan was actually to do the Sacramento Pro, but due to excessive traveling and guest appearances, it kind of threw a wrench. And plus, in one of my trips, I kind of got a stomach virus, you know, eating that's one of the things you have to pretty much have to deal with when you travel, not sure about the food you're getting. And there's always a 50-50 chance that will happen, and it did happen to me. So when I came back for one of my trips, I was about a week and a half, 2 weeks out from the Sacramento Pro, and like I said, it didn't sit well with me because I would have been winging it to stepping on that stage, and people would have said, oh, it would have been an easy win, but I never really thought of any show as an easy win because I didn't easily train. I didn't easily diet. I didn't easily, bust my ass in cardio and lift weights every day. So it's never really been an easy win, easy win with the product I brought in and the challengers that might not have done their job and what have you. But as far as me, it's never been nothing easy. I always worked hard for everything I've done. So be that, said, I didn't feel comfortable going in half-fast to the Sacramento Pro. Luckily, I did not sign the contract because I don't think a stomach virus will kind of get you out of it. And left all my chips on the table for the Tampa Pro. So I pretty much switched gears. And I pushed hard and even harder. And right when I thought I was ready, I told myself I wasn't, and I kept pushing a little bit more. And the outcome was great. Again, could have been better, of course. I always beat myself. I'm never really 110% satisfied. Other than the 2007 Olympia, that's the first time I actually knew I had a show and. Great expectations lead to great disappointment. So, even if I do feel 100% these days, I usually tend to have a little doubt just to not have that ultimate disappointment. But I won the show. It was great contestants that were there. And it was, again, just to let people know that I'm not out. There's always going to be the doubters. There's always going to be the ones that are always going to say otherwise, but I need you guys. Please keep doubting me. It's basically how I've worked like this my entire life, and all through high school, all through 2 years I did in college, my entire life, friends, enemies. Doubt has been the fuel of my life, and that's unfortunately that's how I learned through my father, and I always wanted to prove him wrong. So every time somebody doubts me, it kind of triggers that fatherly moment, and and doubt just makes me stronger. So I mean, you guys can't, beat that, with a bat. It's gonna take more than that. And right now, I qualify. I feel like definitely a player in the Olympia. Got to squeeze into that top six. And again, I had to go back on the grind. As I'm speaking right now, I'm 5 weeks out from the show. I have a good 4 weeks of hard training left, because the last week pretty much is the cruising week. You can't really do much that week other than continue your diet, continue training, but not to a point where you're actually going to make real gains. If I could come in another 5 pounds heavier, I mean, that'll be the key thing to the Olympia. I mean, you've seen these guys; they're huge. They're freaking Sasquatches. They're fucking behemoths. I mean, and Kai alone. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, it's just. I mean, again, I've been in this for 20 years, and just when you think, you're there, you're not really there. But then you always got to know what's your challenge. And my challenge has always been me. I always wanted to beat me. I always wanted to beat the last me. And when I came back this time around after my injury, a little short vacation, and I just knew I had to beat me from last year, 2013, on a New York Pro. Then I had to beat me from, the Olympia and the Arnold in Spain. And I had to beat me from this year. And I think I've been beating myself with the improvements. And I mean, if you beg to differ, go ahead. I mean, I always say, one of the things I always saw is basically, if you don't want criticism, you don't want any bad judgments, do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. Aristotle, so that's not going to be me. So I will always be judged, I will always be criticized, and I will gladly accept it. And and time again, I will have to say, with MHP and Steve Gerard Dente and MD Steve Blackman behind me, I cannot have done this. I can only get so much support from my family. I can only get so much support from my fans. But they're the key to my coming back. They're the key to my staying where I am and rising from above all the craziness that's been happening to me. One thing is that I've learned: once you have support, and as long as you have the drive and the tenacity to just keep going, there's no excuses. There's only solutions, and that's all I try to do is find the solutions. And I love my kids. The sacrifices I make, not spending time with them, it will definitely be a big payoff. The Olympia again, it's 5 weeks away. I can't wait to be up there with John De La Rosa, his first one. And I just want to rub everybody's head off from how I did last year. It was just definitely unlike me. It wasn't a good feeling. I know I could have done better, but again, I people will say, "Oh, you're just coming back," but no excuse is a good excuse, So right now, this is my solution, and this is gonna be a strong one. Coming back, training hard, I'm appreciating everything for the win in Tampa. And every gym I train in, Powerhouse, the Mecca, in Syosset, Beth Francis Powerhouse, Star Fitness in the Bronx. I mean, and of course, Steel Gym. I mean, these are the places I stomp in. These are places that these are my offices. And whenever you guys come around, just please, guys, like I always say, don't ask me for a selfie. You could take a picture anytime in between a set. I most likely prefer after the workout. Don't take it personal, but just the selfie is too close for comfort, I just had to mention that as a nice little joke, Can't be all too serious sometimes. Again, I just finished training. I have my, ISO fast shake, feeling good. Now I'm gonna stink up my home, stink it up with some fish, and everyone stand by. 50th anniversary. Mr. Olympia. First time on national TV. National TV. This is gonna be insane. You know, as long as I keep battling to the old injuries I have, as long as I keep the drive, as long as I keep pushing it, this chest workout was just one step closer. You know, kept it simple, kept it straight. Again, I love my free weights. I keep my free weights, and all you young guys starting out there, please, please try to refrain as much as you can from these machines. Come on, it's just this is made for your everyday people. Are you an everyday person, or are you the other person? You know, this is not the way to climb up to the top. You know, and you gotta build those muscles. You gotta beat them down to a pulp. Stay away from machines. You know, form before weights, always, and stay up, stay strong, and never quit. Victor Martinez, over and out. X2X Clothing, thank you for the support. You guys got killer gear. Thank you. She wrote. Get to the lights. Olympia 2014. Here I come. MHP, MD. Thank you for all the support and all my fans out there. It ain't over. Well, it ain't over till you say it's over.